Going through OPEX body, OPEX move, and OPEX work. OPEX body first. So we're pretty healthy. Body fat percentage is in a healthy range. I know you said you want to add increase your body weight.
Interesting.
So we'll make a few adjustments to your daily routine and just try and change the way that you eat to try and increase that body weight. But we'll also change what you're eating before and after the sessions as well, depending on what we're doing within those sessions, just so we can try and build that mass up. Okay. You did say your sleep was a little bit broken, going to the toilet 1,000 times a night. So again, we'll change your evening routine so that we're not consuming as much water just before bed.
So
So we can try and sleep a little bit better. Okay. So that's OPEX body. Going on to OPEX move. So going through the scratch test, there's rib flare. So when we're reaching up, okay, ribs are flaring, which can be a lack of range of mobility through the shoulder, okay, or it could be a lack of body awareness. Okay. To address that, we're going to do mobility work on the shoulders, but we'll also do high time under tension on single arm pushing exercises. Okay. Hopefully that would address that issue that we have there. It can also be caused by a lack of core control or core strength, but I don't think that's the issue with you. Looking at your front leaning rest and those tests that we did on the core, the front plank, reverse plank, and the side planks, those times are all quite good. So I don't think it comes from that. Okay, so I think the two options that we're going to be looking at, range of motion through the shoulder and just body awareness. Okay. Moving on to the squat. At the bottom of the squat, we've got forward lean, okay, which can be a lack of body awareness or a lack of strength. Okay, can be caused through tightness through the hips and ankles, but I don't think that's your problem. You're pretty mobile. Okay. So solutions for that, we're going to do high time under tension when we're squatting. We'll do RNT, which is reactive neuromuscular training. Okay, so we'll be pulling your body into the wrong position, so you have to resist against that force. Okay, so like for knees, for example, if the knees are caving in, we'll pull the knee in, but you will have to pull the knee out to address that issue. Okay, so just gives you that awareness. Loaded variations of the squat, okay, as well as single leg work. Okay, so lots of stuff on the squats. All right. Toe touch and active single leg raise. Both of those are passes. Okay, we've got nice long hamstrings. We can bend pretty easily through both of those movements. There's no core like twisting or anything on the single leg raise. Okay. So in terms of programming, we'll do single leg and double leg lifts. So deadlifts, single leg lifts as well.
Why do people twist on their core when they lift their leg?
Yeah. Okay. We'll do lunge variations as well.
On my right leg.
On both legs. We don't want to increase one side and let's go the distance between the strength on the left and strength on the right. We want to try and bring them as close together as we can. Okay. So from there, moving on to the lunge. The left leg is good. The right leg, we struggle with the balance on the lunge. Okay. The cause could be lack of awareness or lack of strength. Okay. So solutions for that, we'll do lunge variations. We'll do high time under tension through the lunges. We'll also do that reactive neuromuscular training, so pulling you into the wrong positions that you have to resist it by putting yourself in the right position. We'll also do core work. Okay, I don't think it stems from the core because, as I said earlier, the core is pretty strong, but we will do core work just in case. Okay. Front plank, that was a pass. So the front plank, we're assessing core endurance, but we're also assessing your ability to protract the scaps and move the scaps away from the spine. So that's just assessing the for pushing movements. We assess that scap moving away from the spine, okay, the protraction of the scap. So in terms of front plank, we can move you into more complex movements now for the core, so things like strict toes to knees to elbows, and we'll also push you into different pushing movements. Okay, because we've got that scap protraction, we can hold it out there for that period, that 60 seconds that we're looking for. So that's front plank. Reverse plank, again, was a pass. With the reverse plank, we're looking to assess the shoulder endurance, so how long you can hold yourself in that position, but also the ability to retract the scaps or pull the scaps in towards the spine. So assessing that scap retraction for pulling movements now. Okay. So in terms of programming, we will be doing pulling exercises. Okay. We will do lunge variations because your glutes and hamstrings are quite strong to hold you in that position, that straight line. So we can do variations of that as well as single and double leg lifts variations. Okay.
Close to bar.
No, things like deadlifts and so lifting from the floor. Okay, so working that posterior chain. Okay. Side plank. So we had to do the side plank twice. I know because I messed up on the first one, so I do apologize for that. The first one we did hit the time domains that we were looking for. The second time we came around, we failed on the time domain.
I'm not fit.
Because I messed up on the first one, so I do apologize. But looking at the movement, at the hold, the top shoulder's rolling in, okay, which could mean that we're just or like lying into that under the bottom shoulder.
My elbow to lean up on my elbows.
Just a pad underneath there will sort that. But the actual top shoulder's rolling in, okay, so it could just be a lack of awareness or a lack of endurance in that bottom shoulder, so you roll forward because it's easier to load into that position and hold it. So the solution for that, we're going to do single arm carries, we'll do static holds, we'll do scaled side plank variations, and we will do tempo range of movements through the side plank. Okay, so that's on both sides. Both sides the top shoulder's rolling forwards. Okay, so that takes.
Worse on my right side.
They're pretty much the same on both sides. Okay, but that's good. Could be lack of awareness, could be lack of endurance. Okay, so we'll do those carries and holds and things to address that, and then over time we'll retest it and just see where we're at. Okay, so that takes us through OPEX move. We're now going on to OPEX work, so which is testing your aerobic capacity.
Which is poor.
Pretty low. Again, we're doing it on the row, which isn't the most accurate readings, but looking at your stroke rate per minute for every minute that we went through on that 10 minutes, we're fairly consistent. We started at 27, we dropped down to 24 was the lowest that we went down to. We held 24 fairly consistently all the way through. Okay, so in terms of your aerobic capacity, we started off super low. Like we should be holding a stroke rate above 30 strokes a minute on that machine. Okay. So addressing this, we're going to work through from map 10 down to map 4. So map just means maximum aerobic power. Okay, so we're just working at high intensity, but at a sustainable pace. So we'll talk about OPEX sustain, which is the aerobic. Yeah, so we'll start at a map 10, which is long, like 60 minute AMRAPs. The pace we're looking for within that AMRAP 60 minutes is to be able to sustain it for 4 hours. So it's a slow pace, but we want to be able to hold it for a long time. Okay, and as we progress through the program over the next year or so, we're going to bring you down to lower map phases, which is slightly more intense work. But again, it's all about the pacing and how long you can sustain it for. Okay, so that takes us through OPEX work. So yeah, we'll start programming tomorrow, 3 days a week, and get you going. Righto. Thanks, man.
Thank you.